Hey, this is Raymond here. Now, as promised, this will be a tutorial on how to share your access for other people to access your business manager. Okay, now this tutorial is for people who understand what is business manager. They mess around with it before, or at least they have some ad manager running ads right now. Okay, they have ad account, they have pages, then they have pixel ready, and they may even have like their domain set up verified. Okay, so if you're that kind of person, then this is for you. If you don't even know what is business manager and you don't have a ad account, you're not even sure do you have ad account, I have another video. It's for beginner. I'll link it at the end of the video. Okay, so stay until the end to get the link. Now this again is for people who understand uh business manager. I assume that you have run some ads before. Okay, so the minimum you should have is you have pages, you have your ad account, and you have a pixel. Okay, so here's some two best practice I advise before we share and access. Number one is understand what kind of assets do we have in the business manager. Okay, like I mentioned, pages, ad account is something you almost guarantee you need it. Business access group, if you have like a branches of business under your main business, if you have like restaurant example, you have like branch A in city A, restaurant B in city B, something like that, then maybe you can share your apps, Instagram account, WhatsApp account. These two accounts you don't need to be linked, but if you have, this would be great. Okay, again, this is about understanding what do you have. And then the data source, of course, pixel is arguably the most important. uh, and if you use custom conversion or you have any uh, other stuff offline event set, just share it to understand this is something you can share. Okay, now brand safety for the domain, I will suggest you keep the domain under your own business manager. Okay, reason being, if the agency terminate the service, you need to go through a hurdle to get the domain back, right? If they are not like good agency, they don't want to give you back, you need to go through the support and stuff. It's very tedious. So always make sure it's under your own domain. Okay, your own domain, and it's verified. Okay, and the other stuff, right? uh and also understand what the agency need. Okay, depend on the reason how they came in, what are they doing. They may need like a catalog of stuff. If you're selling like e-commerce, if you're doing like app install, you may need some share the ads, app and stuff. Okay. So that's the first best practice. Understand what asset you have and understand what the assets they need to start working with you. Okay. And then the second best practice I have is always invite people, the marketer, the agency into your own business manager. Okay, imagine one day to terminate the service, terminate the partnership, you still keep whatever is created under your business manager. Okay, this is important. So this is the practice that I share with my client. I always do stuff in under their business manager. Okay, so that I can set them up for success. Even after I left them, they are still able to continue to repeat the successful action that I did and just continue make money. Right? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so how to add people? Now assume that you need to add like a single person, the marketer, into a business. You can add people. Just click on the add, and then you just give them an email. All right, the email they gave you. Okay, and then you can pick the access to give them. Right, and then I always click with the classic page. And the page you want them to give them the access, and then just check the access that you need to give them. Okay, if you let them to run the PM campaign like messenger campaign, send messages might be something important. Create ad definitely. View page performance, yes. Sometimes they may need to publish content. Okay, so depend on the need, you may need to give them the access, right? And then we have the ad account. They need an ad account to start working. And best practice is always manage campaign, view the performance, everything, so that they can do whatever is needed to have a successful ad campaign. Catalog if you have, or apps you have something you can share with them. And pixel, yes, of course. Let them have the pixel. I would say give them full control over the pixel as well. Because sometimes they may need to do a lot of stuff with the pixel. Okay. And if you have Instagram account, can also share with them, and they just click invite. Then the user will receive an email. They can just click accept, and they will be joining your business manager. Under people here will be have another person. Okay. Now, if you give access to an agency, right? So you need their business ID. Okay. Just ask for their business ID. They can get their business ID right here on the URL. At the behind there's a business ID equals to the number. Yep. So that is the business ID. Give the number, add, give partner access to assets, and just paste the business ID. Next, the next step is pretty much the same for people. Okay. So the difference between people and partner is partner means that you can give access to another business manager. Okay. For example, if an agency have multiple person under them, you can just give access to that partner, that agency, and then whoever in their agency, they can just assign the role to the people. Okay. They can just have access to your business manager using their own agency instead of like creating like people for each employee in their agency. Okay, so that's the difference between people and partner. Okay, I hope that is helpful, and as promised, stay until the end. I will share you the link to the beginner way to share people the access. Until then, I'll see you next time. May money rains on you like a raincoat.